Welcome to the No Axe to Grind featuring the Ace of Spades. What's up, guys? It's Wes. I am from I Am Midgard Axe. New installment. Every review is going to get a third video, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to go over, every time I review an axe, I go over the comments and reviews that you guys leave on different platforms. They're hilarious. Some are funny as hell, some are really, really bad, and then some are just really boneheaded. I go around and I pick out the best ones that I could find on the current axe I'm reviewing, and I'm going to make a video about it. Thought it would be kind of entertaining, thought it would be fun, so let's jump into some of the reviews and comments you guys have left on certain platforms. First comment was written by Robert Bearbauer, and he says, I'm an ace thrower, and I have 4 axes. This ace has helped me improve my game 30%. I recommend this ace to anyone wanting to improve their game. What a really nice comment, Robert. I will say this about this comment, guys. If you look at the word ace, it's kind of funny because every time I go to spell axe in my phone, it changes it to ace. We're reviewing the Ace of Spades, so I'm not sure here if he meant to put axe or ace. Pretty funny. That damn autocorrect gets me every time. I mean, if I really think about it, I think I would probably use the word axe more than I would ever ace. So it's funny that it autocorrects it, and you really can't tell here, but Robert left a pretty good review on the Ace of Spades, so said it upped his game by 30%. Cool. All right, guys, next comment, Matthew wrote, this is my second wattle axe. Unfortunately, this handle is even worse than my other one. Hopefully, customer service will make it right. $100 axe and I can't even fit a handle properly. Severely disappointing considering my butcher handle has gaps and slides around too after 4 times of throwing. You shouldn't have to replace the handle this fast. I would have to agree, Matthew. You are correct. There's no reason why axes should be coming to you with gaps like that. Nor should you have to replace the handle after 4 throws with the head just coming loose. That's poor seatment. Matthew is correct. Sorry, Matt. Sorry that's happened to you, man. It sounds like it's happened to him twice. And he's got a picture here showing it. And guys, that should not leave the factory like that. That's total QC issue. Sorry, Matt. Hopefully your third one will work out better or you can fix it yourself. All right, so let's get into what RP wrote. RP wrote, this item arrived damaged. And then in the comment section, he wrote, this item arrived damaged. So I can see, guys, RP's sitting here. He comes in, his axe comes in. This damn thing's damaged. You know what? I'm going to get on there and write a review. Okay, here we go. Ooh, I'm going to burn them good here. Here it comes, all right? Let's see. Think of the title. This item arrived damaged. Okay. All right. So let me get into this. All right. Oh, I'm mad. Let me get into that. I'm going to write them a scathing review. Here it comes. Ready? This item arrived damaged. Yep. That's it. That'll show them. Got it. I get it, guys. RP is right. It sucks when something comes in damaged. Sometimes you can't determine whether or not it came from the manufacturer that way or if it comes from the shipping, whoever shipped it. Guys, I've gotten axes before where there's no way an axe left the factory like that. So I can only attest that the shipping company broke the handle and its transit to me because there's no way an axe should come already with a crack in it to you. I assume it's the shipping, but you know, you never know with manufacturers nowadays and their QC processes, which is one of the reasons why I started this channel. But RP's right. It sucks having something coming to your house damaged, but it is funny that he wrote the same thing twice. RP, next time, man, give us a little bit more description. What happened? What's wrong with the axe? Tell us. We want to know. All right, William Clark wrote, horrible grind. Should never have let this out the door. Much better axes out there. Buyer bearer. Okay. I think William was trying to say buyer beware. I think. But I will say this, guys. Tell me what you think. You can see the pic. You saw the picture of it. He put poor QC, and the bit does look a little wavy, okay? Just in that one section right there. Do you guys think that's worth a 1 star? That bit right there being a little wavy? To me, I don't really consider that a 1 star. From what it looks like, all you'd have to do was just take file and just go over that section that's poking out a little bit and reform it, it probably would take a few minutes to knock that down and then get the edge back into place. I do think that it is poor QC, but is it deserving of a 1 star? I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. If you got that and you saw the bit look like that, would you get on here and write a review telling other people to stay away from it and give it a 1 star? Buyer, bearer? All right, guys. Sean wrote in. He said, I really want to like this axe. It looked great and I love the weight of it, but after a few throws, the handle already split down the middle. I'd expect this from a cheap axe, but not something I spent over $100 on. Okay, so here we're going to get into something really quick. Okay, so he says that he threw the axe a few times and the handle split. And as you can see in the picture, it split right down the middle, okay? Now here's the thing. We don't know what happened to that axe that Sean was throwing. Were they clean throws? Did he stick the bit every time and it happened to split like that? I'll be honest and tell you guys that that's only happened to me a very few times. If I throw an axe cleanly and it splits, it's normally up at the head area where it splits at. It's not something that usually goes all the way down the handle. It's happened, so I'm not saying that that's not, that can't happen. I'm just saying it's a rare thing. It's really hard to take reviews because we don't know how Sean threw that axe. Did he throw it cleanly? Did he miss? Did he beat the handle up against a target and cause it to split? We don't know. I will say, though, that if he made clean throws and it broke like that, that does suck after 4 throws. However, I will say this, and you guys know how I feel about axe handles. It's impossible to know what an axe handle's going to do. It really is. You have no idea. You guys saw that I hafted an axe probably at the beginning of the summer. I hafted an axe on a brand new hickory handle, threw it 3 times, and it broke. Manufacturers usually can't tell, and you can't tell what an axe is going to do. We have grain orientation, grain run out, and a few other things to tell us what an axe handle should do, but is that always the case? No, it's not. You can have a perfect handle and it can break after just a few throws hitting cleanly. So giving that axe a 1 star because of broken handle, I'd have to have a little bit more information on that, but I don't know. It really depends. If he threw it cleanly and it broke down, if the head is good, then I would say the 1 star is probably a bit much, maybe a 3 star. But we don't know how he threw it. So what do you guys think? Would you give it a 1 star? Being honest with yourselves, if you beat the handle up against a target and it broke, kind of hard to give it a 1 star if that happened. So that's just my take. Matthew Taylor wrote, I was like a kid on Christmas again when I opened up my package to see my new axe. It came with a sheath, with a belt loop so it can be a holster. It was so shiny and new, and when you tested its sharpness, the blade actually sings. Best purchase ever. Matt is in heaven with this axe. Clearly, you can see by his review, it is a gleaming representation of how someone just loves their axe. And I tell you what, Matt, you go, man. You go, because I love it. I love reviews like that. You can clearly see that he loves it, and he is so excited that it came with a sheath and a belt loop, too. Darius wrote in, and he put, used it for throwing at targets, and it broke. In less than 24 hours. Hope the next one I buy doesn't do that. Praying emoji. Alright, so I like how he wrote it broke in less than 24 hours, like that means anything. Sorry Darius, but putting it less than 24 hours, I don't know what that means. I mean, I can throw an axe once in 3 days, or throw an axe once in 24 hours, it could break. The 24 hours thing was pretty funny. I mean, it really doesn't matter. You could throw an axe 300 times in 16 hours, or throw it 2 times in 16 hours. It really doesn't matter about the hour count here. That does suck, Darius, that your axe handle broke. But like I said, guys, before, you never can tell with axe handles. We don't know if Darius, when he threw the axe, if he beat the handle up against a target, if he threw it improperly and it broke. I think that a lot of times that's what happens, and then people are like, oh, it broke after 2 throws, and the handle, you got to take into account how you threw the axe and how the handle hit the target when you missed. Some axes are almost indestructible, but if you hit it in that one perfect spot, it'll crack or split, and sometimes you can get away with it, and sometimes you can't. This is one of those reviews that I really like getting into. It's very informative, and he gives you his opinion, and he tells you exactly what his experience is with the axe, which I like. Chet said, minimal force required, yet sinks deep in the board, which I would have to agree, that ace of spades, guys, goes deep. Started off double hand, overhand throwing as an S-wing with quite a bit of force. I guess he was using an S-wing, was decent with it, around 48 average. Mid-season picked up the ace of spades. Actually bought it when I arrived at a league night. Took about 30 practice throws with it. Had to learn how to throw single-handed, slow and smooth. And first match threw a 51. The weight of the axe, which isn't a lot, is almost all at the top, which I would have to agree, guys. It pretty much is all at the top towards the back of that pole, which is nice because it only requires minimal force to throw, but top head weight helps sink into the boards, which is true, guys. If you have an axe that has a really heavy head, it's going to sink into the target deeper, which is why I tell you guys that whenever I throw axes with a lighter head, it can be a little bit weirder to throw and they don't sink as deep because you don't have a ton of weight pushing that bit into the target. It's very smooth feeling and balanced on the release, which I'd have to agree, guys. That was one thing I said, that it felt very balanced. The head didn't feel like the weight was moving around a lot. It was very balanced and it was a smooth release. I agree with him. Which allows you to put more focus on aim and consistency of the release and not worry about throwing force, which is true, guys. I'm a force thrower. I'm not a flipper. I'm a throw hard guy. And I can see where someone can really take this axe and just kind of give it a nice clean flip like they do in the World Axe Throwing League, and that the weight of that head will help it go into the target. So I agree with him. It's almost like throwing a dart. Very forgiving axe and can take an average thrower and help them get to the top spots in the tournaments. I would have to agree. 12 feet, guys, that thing's a laser beam. So Chet, what a great review, man. All right, guys, Shedrick wrote, I have been throwing for some time now. Wonderful sport and hobby. Now that I am switching to throwing one-handed, the ace of spades is very easy for me to throw. Cedric, welcome to the one-handed throwing club, my friend. Welcome. Rain Knight, I believe is his name, he wrote, I was using the competition thrower and loved it. Decided to upgrade to an ace and oh boy, exclamation mark, oh boy. That thing is fantastic. Haha! I like what he did there. That was a pretty cool scramble of words, putting the axe into fantastic. That's pretty cool. One of my more favorite reviews, guys, was this guy right here named Dean. He wrote in, honestly, you won't find a better thrower anywhere, capitalized anywhere. Balance, check. Sharp as fuck, check. Prettier than your first crush, check. If you're searching for the one, in quotations, save yourself some time and effort and just go with the ace of spades, because that's the way I like it, baby. And I don't want to live forever. Hoping at least a couple of you get that reference. Yes, Dean, we get that reference. This guy wants to make love to his axe. And I tell you what, after reading that review, I kind of want to too. This one's pretty funny, guys. Steven wrote in, great axe. Wish I knew they were going on sale for over 40% off shortly after I got it. Yeah, that does suck. Have you guys ever bought anything and then like a day or two later you go back on and you're not even looking for it, but you know how the algorithm on your phone listens to you and everything and starts giving you like ads for what you just bought, and then you see all of a sudden now it's on sale and you could have got it for a lot cheaper. Yeah, it really would piss me off too. So Steven, I feel your hurt, man. Alright guys, so I left the best comment for last. I think you guys will like this one. Check this one out. Steven wrote, while these axes are super nice and don't require much effort, there is something great at throwing a hatchet like a Viking and nailing bullseyes. You just look and feel battle ready. This is a bit too much like darts. We are throwing axes. Let's look like it, LOL. I mean, he said it, not me. Best comment, guys. And every time we do one of these videos, I'm going to save the best comment for last, and they're going to get a nice, big Gallahorn blow. Pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool. So, I hope you guys like that. That was the top comments and funny comments and reviews that I found all over each different website on the Ace of Spades. Like I said, if you guys haven't seen this review, go back. I got 2 videos on this, my initial impressions, and then I make another video on throwing this thing and telling you what my final farts. Wow. What my final thoughts are on throwing this axe. I almost did it again. Alright guys, this is going to be a free giveaway going to one of you. If you want to win this axe, go down in the comment section and write axe. 1 comment per person. You must be subscribed to me. I'm going to let it run for 5 days like I always do, and then I'm going to announce the winner in the next No Axe to Grind video. All right, guys, thanks for all your support. I really appreciate it. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for watching. Get in on the giveaway. We got a new one coming up in the next couple days. That one's going to be really cool, so come back and watch that review process. But until next time, guys, see ya.